Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Ollie Grump the Scream.
I'm just saying, as an AoE-focused wizard, Theatre of the Mind does not work well at all.
Yeah.
You'll live. It's okay.
We
might not.
Look, there's a 50% chance that we do not live.
Why is it 50?
That's a very. You'd have no faith.
I have not very much intelligence either, Mr. Smartest Man on the planet. Why don't you give me the number?
Why are only two of us in the initiative order?
Because
we don't have a
idiots. Yes, you do.
Because he said roll initiative. I rolled, and then he opened.
I totally have a female dwarf as a token.
Yeah,
you're correct.
I said I'm getting you the C-cup female dwarf.
I did not hear that. I was probably gone by that point, but okay, fair enough. There you go.
Cool. And who else is missing?
I am, because I rolled initiative too quickly for you.
I don't know how that works because I didn't clear it. I cleared initiative literally before this session.
I clicked my token, I rolled initiative, and then I'm not there.
That's weird. Do it again because Erin rolled before you and she's on there.
All right, I take the new number because I get two actions.
Nope, you take the old number. The 22. Hey, listen, Erin rolled initiative above you and she's on there. I don't know. Do we blame the calculator or the... You know what I mean. All right.
Erin didn't roll above me. Mine's way up top.
I mean...
No, she actually did.
Yeah.
Mine, all right, not a mine. Mine says I rolled...
It might just be your roll 20 fucking up.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter at all, even slightly.
What is going on? Why are things being so crazy right now? Actually, this roll 20 is moving really, really slowly at the moment.
Because my roll 20
Friday nights.
It's Friday night.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, actually, it's Saturday morning.
I mean...
For you intellectuals out there.
For you, it is.
Yeah, the intellectual.
Copy. Pasta.
That was too big of a bite of watermelon, man. You gotta regulate yourself.
There is no such thing as too big of a bite of watermelon.
If it can fit in your mouth, it's the right size.
I live by that rule.
That's the rule to live by. I don't see any issue
with that.
Ollie?
Don't hurt yourself trying to...
Just for you, buddy.
Kind of big mouth.
I need an adult.
I don't like what your eyes did when you did that. Kind of crossed over a little bit.
Okay.
I'm just not going to look at the screen and be fine with whatever happens.
This is why I'm taking over, because the other Will is going to die from choking on watermelon before it dissolves.
There we go. I'm like, I need another color that works, and there's one that works.
You know, when in Droam, do as the gnolls do.
Die?
Yes. That's what I want, really.
No. Bellum's the only one who wants to save the gnolls, damn it. Actually, I thought Salvor does.
Salvor also wants to save the gnolls. But not really because they're gnolls.
Wow.
He's willing to accept that they might be an intelligent race. He didn't see proof of it before, but, you know.
They have their own language and culture.
Yeah, but he never saw that before they were just monsters. Because he listened to Ryyk.
That's fair. That's actually a pretty fair argument.
Someone from not this continent.
Don't they have an average intelligence of like 5, though?
Stalbor met them.
To be fair.
Yeah. But never talked to him.
Oh, that's true. You just speak Goblin, yeah.
So, Kieran, you can hold on to that lightning bolt for a second. Because you already rolled it, so I'm going to make you keep that one. Because it's a low roll, so it makes me
I mean, that's fine. I'm going to, like...
That's not how we do things.
I know it's not how we do things, but it makes me happy to pretend like that's how we do things. So anyways, so you see the black pool whipping around there and everything, Bellum. She says her words, da-da-da-da. He responds. You actually hear it well enough to react first. What do you do with your reaction? Reminder. From where your ship is to where they're on the bridge. They are about 90 feet from you on the bridge because of like the amount of distance you had to travel to get over to him. So,
Perfect.
Close enough that you can use most abilities. You're an archer, right? However, the actual ship itself from the island, which again, where he was standing before and where the shaman is currently standing, was at the very highest point of the island, right? So that was a bit elevated, a bit above the ship's actual level, but like barely so. The rest of the island very quickly swoops down to being just barely above the water, somewhat underwater, so on and so forth, right? How far your ship is from that, which is again down at that very low level, is about 40 feet from this side and about 30 feet from the other side. The whole thing, including the width of the ship, is only about 100 feet wide. That's why it's such a narrow pass, but big enough that pretty much any ship can get through. Anyways, Bellum, I saw you cast Hunter's Mark.
Yep.
Range 90 feet. So whether if you have to move up 5 feet or whatever to make sure he's in range or not, doesn't really matter. You can hit him with the mark.
Okay, I hit him with Hunter's Mark.
Mm-hmm.
I see that this is going very poorly, so I am going to attack him twice, using my necrotic arrows. So I'm not sure what extra damage that does, but I'm using that. I'm taking the -5 to +10 to damage, and I have advantage on these attacks because he has not acted yet.
Where did you pick these arrows up from? It was from the...
I bought them forever ago when I bought the water arrows before we went into the...
Yep, this is from the elves.
Yep.
Yes, okay, cool. So you knock your arrow and you let loose. Fire, sir. Okay, so hit. Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Hit.
All right, so -5 to +10. What did the necrotic? Is it just necrotic damage instead, or does it do extra damage?
It actually does two things. So one, it does an additional die of necrotic damage, so an additional D8 of necrotic damage.
Okay.
But secondly, it also, for a number of rounds, makes it so they cannot gain access. Sorry, cannot heal through magical means.
Perfect. I like that. All right, so for damage, I do this. Hold on. This plus this plus this plus this plus this.
Can you do the math for me? Because
yeah, I'll do the math real quick. Hold on. That's 8, 10, 16 plus 14 is 30, plus that is 43, plus 20 is 63 points of damage to this guy.
Jesus Christ. 63 points of damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Can we go to the record and request an extra 6 damage, please?
For what?
Just so it would be a nice clean 60.
Oh, actually, I do need an extra 6 damage because Hunter's Mark works on both attacks.
Way!
I believe. Oh, let me double check that. Let me just double check.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
It does.
It does.
Yeah, so boom.
The only time 69's ever helped me.
So Hunter's Mark. Why did you'll get 3D? So the additional
so the
D8s,
2d8 from the
Necro, Hunter's Mark, and
one more d8 because I'm a monster hunter. So if they're damaged, I do an extra d8.
And that
once
was the
per
second
round.
attack. Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Nothing else that you want to add to your 65 points of damage, sir?
Nah, I think I'm good.
There's no other ability that we may have forgotten?
Nah, I'm good. I use my bonus action, use my standard action. I'm not going to use my movement action. Actually, I'll use my movement action to move 15 feet like into the middle of the boat or less. 10 feet, whatever it is to get to the middle of the boat instead of standing at the edge. I do that.
Okay, just to make sure that you used your action economy. Okay.
Yeah, I use all of my action economy.
Okay. That was the thing that just transpired. He takes the 2 arrows.
Bellum shot first. Hashtag.
Ouch.
Yep.
That hurt a lot. That hurt a lot. But we'll worry about that in a moment.
Does anything cool happen with the necrotic arrows when they hit him?
So as the first necrotic arrow hits his body, it literally hits like over by his gut, over into his left side. Where it hits into his body, you can start to see little black tendrils start to reach out, almost like an infected wound and whatnot. That's going to be right there. And then as it like takes the arrow, it looks down, but then like looks back up with like disbelief, like how fucking dare you. It takes a second arrow in the opposing shoulder, from the gut, and it actually stumbles backwards. This arrow actually did enough damage to him. He actually took like 2 steps, stumble backwards, and as that starts to happen too, he like looks back and he's starting to have like a furious look in his face. But then his eyes are pulled downwards as he sees the black inky stuff starting to appear in the water beneath him, as the black is starting to go through his body and whatnot. It is he's starting to like realize, okay, there's some shit going on here. Speaking of, I was hoping
to confuse him. Yeah.
Let's have Stalbor take his turn.
So, as I said, I hope that you've really thought out the 3D model of this battlefield. You said that behind the Baron was a bunch of Sahaguin, just like ready to jump off and come down like the fight scene in Black Panther.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry. What were those again?
Yeah, I know that was painful. It was, oh god.
Sahagan?
Yes, thank you.
Sahaguin. That's how it's spelt. So sorry. That's how it's
so wait, so all of a sudden you're
pronouncing. That happened in first
all
season.
of a sudden you're pronouncing U's? I don't know, man. Color.
Color.
What are you on about? It's actually color. Like you actually do pronounce it.
Right.
Anyway,
Pronounce color.
Color.
I'm just born in a country that uses different rules. Okay, I didn't make them.
Sorry. Sorry, Ollie.
Sorry.
Let's just keep it going, eh?
Okay. As long as we have someone else to make fun of, I'm okay with that. Is there a place that I can place a 30-foot radius sphere that can be fixed in space, so not on a platform or anything, where it can hit the Baron and as many Sahaguin as possible? Sahagan. Sahaguin just makes more sense to me, sorry.
Okay. I'll get used to it, just like people saying tiefling. It hurts my soul, but I understand there are people with different
this is one of those ones where I can even like look at it and agree that Sahagan is correct. I've just said Sahaguin for like.
If I can be friends with a Republican, I can listen to your pronunciation, okay?
Oh, it's like Scott's Twitter from like a year ago.
So, December was still really bad. January is where it started to clean up, and I had a few breakdowns. So I marked it. That was my New Year's resolution. Be less political on Twitter, and only on Twitter. So anyways, Ollie, my apologies. You want a point in space where you can hit the guy that's literally standing on the platform, or his
or both. That's
both of them and the others around.
Yeah. I don't need to get everyone, but just where I can basically hit as many people with the initial.
And it's a 30-foot diameter sphere, or 30-foot radius.
Radius.
Oh, 60-foot radius, 60-foot diameter. Absolutely.
Yeah. And it's a sphere. So.
Yeah. See, your character usually I don't like, because I used to allow this for a long time in my campaigns where, because we played in a battle map, people could like strategically perfectly place them. Like spells aren't that neat in combat where people are dodging and moving and stuff like that.
That's fair.
However, your character is actually really intelligent, so I will allow you to roll for that, and it's not going to be a crazy DC. It's going to be an Arcana check.
I think that's entirely reasonable, friend.
That's you definitely are able to hit a pinpoint spot. It literally you're going to see a ball of how you describe it 2 seconds appear in front of Kieran's face, and Kieran will not be touched by it. Go ahead, Ollie.
I'm casting Sickening Radiance, which is what I cast on the Gorgon.
I
So
that.
Completely divergent from the blackness around is the sickly green light that will just start emerging from the sky and sort of washing over. It's just so, Kieran is just caught in the shadow of the towering Baron, and everyone else is caught in the
light. We look like monsters with our necrotic and our sickening green light.
Yeah, we might be monsters.
And I've got a mace.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's on the start of their turn. They have to make a Constitution save.
Yay!
Have fun.
Let me just write /roll d20 4d10 now for later. Oh, yeah, I'll get rid of it.
Okay, well, this is cool.
And then I will take some cover behind some railings. Okay. So I'm not just standing in the middle of nowhere.
So the first group, the group that got the 18, are actually a whole bunch of Sahagan that do not Sahaguin. Sahuagin? I don't know.
Sahagan is what I say, where it's kind of sounds
Sahagan.
like. It kind of sounds like you're sneezing.
Sahuagin. So anyway,
Ryu, is that you?
so you have a whole bunch of them are over on, as I said beforehand, the water, and so this the first initiative of them are actually going to start like running forward. And I did tell you they're about 40 feet away. So as they run to the edge of the thing, they're actually going to hurl their spears and then follow through their run with a jump and dive into the water down below. Some of the same initiative order, because there's a group of them are already in the water swimming towards you guys. So they're actually, because it's the only ones that are dangerous at the moment. I'm going to make 2 attacks each against Bellum and Stalbor.
Were they in the Radiance?
This group was not. Other groups will be.
Yeah.
So
I was asking.
Because remember, you guys are so far away that they were
in different sides.
Exactly.
Stuff, yeah.
Because your ship is so removed. You
Oh,
know?
this is what you did to the Gorgon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you said earlier. Yeah.
And I literally Stalbor prepared it because this is designed to attack a lot of ground troops.
Yep.
So the funny part about this attack I'm about to roll for you in 2 seconds, because of the fact that it's greater than 20 feet but less than 60, I'm able to do it with disadvantage. So let's see if any of them even hit you. Where's the modifier? There's the modifier. Sorry, I couldn't find the flipping modifier. All right, I'm just going to do 4 attacks against Bellum, and we'll see if any of those hit Stalbor.
Well, I mean...
Sure. If they're against me, how can they hit Stalbor? I'm just kidding.
My AC's not that bad. If you assume I cast Mage Armor before we walked into an area filled with Sahagu.
No, absolutely. We have the same AC, I believe, right? You have 17?
Oh, you definitely cast Mage Armor. Because,
yeah, well, exactly. Yeah, I didn't say it, but just come on.
Which means your AC is what, a 15, correct?
15.
My highest attack roll was a 14. And so we'll actually say that, 2 of them go flying at Bellum, 2 of them go flying at Stalbor. One of them actually gets close to Stalbor because it was literally the first attack. So as right as he's finishing throwing the spell, a spear comes up, and Stalbor literally sees the spear out of the corner of his eye, and it would have hit him, clipped him, harmed him in some way, but luckily the magics he had put up before him were just enough to divert the attack last second. You actually thought it was going to pierce you for half a second. You forgot the spell was there. Then you felt the magic in the back of your mind, and you saw it get deflected.
That's when me and Bellum get behind some cover like we're in a buddy cop movie and be like, I don't think they like that. I don't think they like us.
And the other attacks all miss against you guys. Like I said, there's more than just 2. Sorry, more than just 4 of them, but they're coming up the side. After that is going to be... sorry, I have to look at the ones that get highlighted. After that's going to be another group of the Sahugan. But this one is actually going to be in that radius. Constitution save.
Constitution save versus 17.
Oh, Jesus Christ! You're
I know.
overpowered.
You're the one who gave me a book and then destroyed it.
I mean,
wasn't me. that was the fan favorite right there for a
you
while.
allowed it.
He has a 22 intelligence and a 21 strength.
It doesn't matter. The highest I rolled with modifier is a 10. I got a natty 1 in this slew of rolls.
So they gain a point of exhaustion and take 26 radiant damage. And they all start glowing.
Okay, what happens if one of them dies by this? Describe it for me.
They die
Because
they waste away as if it's basically radiation. It's
So-
they just sort of waste away in full.
So 7 of them start moving forward, making their way over to the water bridge, going to dive off of it, so on and so forth. And as they start moving forward, they start running forward with fervor. But then they're getting weaker as they run forward, and literally some of them are able to jump, but weakly. Some of them just kind of flop off the cliff's edge as they are literally rotting and their skin's melting off of them and whatnot. As they're falling into the water below, leaving this nasty goopy mess floating at the top of the water and blood
Bubbling.
spilling out around it. It's just absolutely disgusting.
And the thing that might make Down even more freaked out is that in the right light, you may see their spirits being absorbed into me. In the right light. Which we have. Because you're a dwarf and you're looking up.
And if things weren't bad enough, because I thought I had decent initiative roll. Karen, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna take out the shaman.
Oh, wait. You still have the chieftain immediately in front of you. You still going for the shaman anyways?
Yeah, I don't care about him.
I mean, you could always boost backwards
With your
Exactly.
spell, yeah.
Yep.
when you're targeting the shaman and then start running. Hopefully he doesn't drop concentration while you're running.
I thought she was gonna twin spell friggin' a lightning bolt or something
You can't twin
I
spell.
know.
Come on, Scott.
I think
I
it's
will
supposed to be a
cast lightning
cantrip, but
bolt.
we allow first level or something. So
I'm allowed with the spell. No, what? That's not how a twin works. Single
Okay.
target only spells.
Oh, that's right.
Got it.
Single target only. I was thinking
you're
quick.
right.
Nothing to do with
It
cantrip.
was Quicken that I was thinking of.
And I will re-roll that 1.
How about the 2?
I don't have a 2, do I?
Yeah, you do.
You do.
It's not on my screen. Oh,
You do have a 2.
It's in the bottom left.
yeah, we'll roll both of them. Why not?
For sure.
Woo! That's an upgrade. So
Upgrade.
that increases by 5.
Mhm.
Awesome. So,
So 31
31.
damage.
Awesome.
With
Oh, wait,
33.
30 or 30, yeah, 33, thank you. So, 33 points of damage, and this is at the shaman.
Yep.
Okay.
He gets a save. It's in that direction. Who's behind him? Or adjacent to him. Or whatever is fucked as well.
Yeah, he seemed like he had a little posse.
The rock behind him. Whatever.
So, anyways, what he actually does, so there's the others that are about him will also get hit by this lightning bolt as well, and you see that a handful of them are just completely fried by the lightning and drop dead or whatever. However, what he does is he's again standing at the base of the where the water bridge was. He quickly, instead of tapping with the bottom of his spear, seeing it coming, he actually takes in 2 hands in the staff that he has. He reaches down with the head of the staff, taps that water, and rises it up quickly. And as the lightning is coming at him, it gets absorbed into the bit of water that he has there, and he uses the pool of water around him to hurl around, and then throws the water down to the side, so it ends up falling into the ocean below, kind of shocking outwards. You don't think it really had as much of an effect on him as you were hoping to do so. Combination between that spell and him moving quickly. You don't
Does
think
it
really
hit
affected
anything
much.
in the water? Because I know what a shark's about.
No, that was a thematic way of saying absorb elements and dexterity save.
Gotcha.
So after that is going to be, so that was Kieran's whole turn.
Yeah, and then I will use my bonus action to jump up and back
Okay, so it's
with
gonna.
tempestuous magic.
Do you use your move to finish the trek back to your ship?
No?
Okay. And after that is going to be actually the shaman's turn. So the shaman can start trying to return favors. So with the shaman, first thing the shaman does with the bottom of the spear, taps the base of the bridge, and you see the bridge just collapses. Kieran's not on it anymore, is she?
Now I'm up in the air.
Yeah, so it doesn't really matter. So the bridge collapses. However,
I mean, I do start falling that turn. So
Yep.
if you want, I will cast Featherfall.
yep, cast Featherfall. That
So
works.
it's lower.
Yep.
I
So
don't fall
so you
into the
don't
water.
get into the water because it's less than 60-foot drop. So you'll get there next turn. So anyways, he falls. The chieftain does immediately into the water, which is you imagine for him, he's now in safety. He's now removed from you guys' sight, certainly from arrows being able to hit him, and so on and so forth. Right.
Yeah, there's no safer place to be from lightning when you're in water. Fact.
That might be true. We'll find out. So the chieftain falls from sight as the shaman does that. But then as that water collapses down, you see as the bridge collapses, while most of the bridge did collapse, you can see that the shaman actually has the base of his staff holding on, almost like pinning down like it's a carpet, part of the bridge at the base of the cliffside. And then after a couple of seconds of concentrating and chanting, he actually raises that up and then turns his staff around and starts whipping it around over his head. So he almost has this huge whip of water that's moving around as he's using it. And he starts taking this water and whips it out in a huge lash over
How
towards
far
Kieran.
away is that shaman?
From
me?
you, Ollie, about 110 feet.
Okay, never mind.
Yep. Oh, you're fine. So there's a whipping lash over towards Kieran. Kieran can make me a dexterity save. Oh my god, that was beautiful. Oh, Jesus Christ, that was so good.
You don't throw water at a storm sorceress. It's like one of the 2 things she does.
There's 3 things. There's water, lightning,
I was
and
gonna
air.
say now when I actually thought about it, there's 3 things. Never mind.
I rolled absolute garbage. Look at that. I have a 2 and 3 1s, and you get to take half of that.
That's
So,
12.
Yep, you take 12 points of cold damage as more or less his thematic lightning bolt comes back your way, and you're able to avoid most of it. So that was his turn. So he casts that spell, throws it, he dropped the bridge, and then you can see he's actually starting to, because of the field, and I have to roll Constitution save for him in a second. I forgot about that. His field, the field that he's in, he starts like slinking away from it because holy shit, that hurts. Let me make his Constitution save. That is going to be with a plus that. Roll. Nope. Not with advantage. Standard. All right, roll high, roll high, roll high. Ollie, what's the DC?
17.
I got a 16, man.
23 damage and 1 point of exhaustion. I mean, to be fair, it is a level 4 spell. It better be fucking good.
I was like, I got a 16. That's good, right? And you're like, no. And I'm like, fuck.
16 is good.
Who gave him this book as a friggin' Patreon reward? All right, that was him. After that's finally Dalnus de Kundarark.
Seems like you guys have this handled. I'm gonna stand here and, well, be ready for anything that comes on the ship.
Don't you have a ranged weapon?
Yep.
This is like elvish swearing.
I'm actually, the idea here is that I'm gonna, because I assume I saw these guys jumping into the water, presumably to come up on the ship. The idea is I'm preparing for those guys so I can take a swing at the first one I see.
Absolutely, prepare an action, of course.
Thank you.
Of course. I got that. I was going to offer it if you didn't say it.
I figured.
All right, so anyways, after it's actually going to be the chieftain's turn. The chieftain does not start his turn inside of the radius of the spell, and so it doesn't have to make a constitution save or suffer any damage or be fatigued or anything. However, it does still have a few arrows of necromancy inside him. You do not see him this round. That is his turn. We do have another group.
Was that,
Like he turned invisible?
No, he dropped into the water and swam down.
Okay.
he started in the light, didn't he?
No. His turn started in the water because not on his turn, the bridge collapsed and he fell.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I thought he wasn't standing on the bridge. I thought he was on rocks.
Oh, no. The chieftain's the one that fell in the water. The
I might have
shaman
adjusted
took the
my
damage.
aim if I figured that, but that's fine.
Yeah, it was probably one of those things where Star Wars like,
Acceptable.
got me.
Yeah.
Like, bastard got me. All right, so anyways, I have to make another slew of constitution saves.
There's so many Sahagin.
That's why I whipped out.
Again, I roll 4 dice at a time. It's just how I do it. It works easiest for me. I rolled the highest. I got a 20 total, not natural, with 2 natty 1s and my roll of 4 dice. How does this keep happening? This is terrible dice. All right, let's keep going. All right, that's a bit better, but still all failures. At least they're all double digits. I had 1 success out of 8 bad guys. Ollie, roll those dice.
Oh.
Okay, even the one that succeeded is taking half damage.
They don't take half damage.
Oh, they take nothing?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm reading it now. It doesn't say that they take half damage on.
One person is alive from that group as the other 7 waste away horribly.
Gives you a chance, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. That leaves for another group of Sahagin. These are ones that are already in the water and start climbing aboard the ship. And now that they're aboard the ship, because they climb very quickly, obviously it's part of who they are. Now that they're aboard the ship, they're immediately going to cut their path and make their way over to... I'm going to have... they didn't see who was a part of this beforehand, so they're just going to attack 1 to each Dalnus, Bellum, and Stalbor, okay?
Okay.
So I'm just, for my own simplicity, going to attack all these against Dalnus, and then I'll apply those in a second. Disadvantage or anything? No. Normal.
Unless they're exhausted, right? No, exhausted.
no,
No,
these ones.
exhausted 3 is when they start
Yeah.
suffering like
So
that.
just to say, in the order by which I attacked, Dallas, the first one comes rushing at you. You had prepared an action to act. So as he comes up to attack you, you get to go first, and then I'll describe his turn.
All right.
First roll rolls a 1. All right, so you hit.
Okay.
Dealing 12 points of damage. You don't kill him, but would you like to describe that attack?
hit him square in the shoulder with my with my maul, just coming over the top and just smack right on the shoulder as he's coming in, trying to throw him off balance as much as possible for his attack on me that I know is coming.
Okay. So, and you do throw him off balance, so much so that the spear thrust that he was going to do against you was completely wild and out to the side and does not hit you. The attack against Bellum was a natty 1, so that one was also a terrible out-wide attack. Bellum easily saw it coming in and sidestepped it. He kind of even tripped on his way over. The attack against Stalbor, however, is a different story. Stalbor, you actually take 7 points of damage.
Oh, fuck.
And the last group is diving into the water and swimming their way over towards the ship. They don't get to act anymore this turn. This brings us to Bellum's turn, but Bellum is currently refueling
I'm here.
his
I'm not.
Watermelon.
No, that's gone. That's been gone ages.
Gas-powered watermelon?
I have more upstairs.
You Americans have everything.
Far. So what Bellum is going to do, I have one adjacent to me.
Yes, just attacked you.
Okay. I'm going to free action, just like throw my bow over my shoulder, reach into my bag, pull out my magic carpet, and I'm going to take off. I can move 30, then bonus action move 30 more, 60 feet into the air, and he makes an attack of opportunity with disadvantage.
Okay, let me just do this correctly. So, because the bonus... So, hold on.
Yep.
You take a step backwards for attack of opportunity, yes?
When I leave to go up on, like, I'm taking the carpet out, and like you've described before, like I have control over it. It could just start going up.
Yep.
He gets an attack of opportunity, but with disadvantage because I'm a level 8
ability,
range.
that's right. Yeah. That's right. Okay, cool. And then its speed is 60 feet? Or you're double moving?
Its speed is 30, and then I can use an ability, bonus action, move 30.
Oh, cute. Then what did you use your standard for? Oh, I manipulated an option. Yep, because it's pulling from a stored location. My apologies. That actually took me a second. I'm so sorry about that.
No worries.
All right, I'm making my attack roll against Bellum with disadvantage. 1 attack. This is very likely going to miss unless I get 2 20s or something. There you go. I rolled a natural 20 and a 6, so I miss you.
Yay!
So that sucks. There's my green die when I needed it. All right, after Bellum's turn, which is to fly way up and into the air, effectively retreating from you guys as the ship starts to get swarmed up by these creatures, it's going to be Stalbor's turn.
Oh, I just realized another reason why Sickening Radiance is really good. Are there still creatures in that Radiance, or do they all leave it?
All the ones that were in it have died, except for one.
Because they jumped out. Didn't they?
One survived and jumped off, and the chieftain failed and just backed away from it.
Because I just realized that
the shaman, not the
if
chieftain.
one of them died from that, I would have got 8 HP back. But I was full health when they were dying.
Yeah.
In which case, I don't really care about their concentration. Is there another large group of them?
Were they pretty climbing in the water, climbing up and whatnot. So scattered on the land, but in the water, starting to make their way over towards you. Absolutely. Do you want to do radiation poisoning in the ocean here?
No. But can I cast a spell like targeting those people without moving away from the big meanie in front of me?
Unfortunately, no, because you're not at the exact edge.
I have to look over the edge.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Big meanie.
Punch wizard. Punch wizard.
He's
where's
strong.
My thing? Where's my thing? Where's my thing? Punch wizard.
Oh, you're using the actual staff?
I love that every time you use
using an action point.
You fail.
Action point.
Oh, it tickles me so well.
I'm using an action point, Scott. Don't say that I failed yet. 16.
Okay, you hit.
Now you look quite the foolish.
Ollie's just gonna break.
I live my life in looking foolish. All
10 damage. Punch wizard.
All right, so with your staff, do like a hit the guy for 10 points of damage. He's still alive. Anything else with your turn, Stalbor?
Not much else I can.
Do you maintain concentration on that spell at least, or you let it go?
I still do, because why not, right?
Exactly. Okay, cool.
it doesn't really matter that it's still there. I mean, it's intimidating at the very least.
No bonus actions or anything?
I don't think I have any bonus action spells at all.
Cool. The group that had thrown their spears and jumped into the water finish their swim and start climbing up the side of the boat as well. There's another group of them climbing up the side of the boat. Kieran's crew immediately start getting ready to try to engage them, unless Kieran says otherwise. Kieran, you know that they are not going to be anywhere near as skilled at fighting as Sahagin are creatures that hunt for that is their existence. To hunt, to kill, to eat. Your crew are just, trained sailors. So it's up to you. Kieran, it's your turn.
Have to see our challenge rating. They'll be fine.
It's up to you.
So my turn?
Did you say half a CR challenge rating?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
Fine. Okay, so as I'm hitting the water, I was gonna cast Fly, but I think it'd be more fun to fight them in the water itself. It's like they're still there, right? The chief and everything.
You can't see the chief because you actually right as soon as you at the start of your turn, because of like the slow fall or whatever, your feet are starting to crest the water. You're falling into it. So unless you choose to do something otherwise, the chief you can't see because he fell into the water with a splash. Just natural gravity and momentum or whatever would pull him a little bit under, and he didn't swim back up on his turn. He's definitely out of your sight.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Fog Cloud inside the water.
Ooh.
As a 3rd level spell, so it's 120 diameter of fog.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know how tall it is. It's not specified. I don't know if it's like a sphere or...
It's a diameter sphere, yeah.
Yeah.
So how much above the
120
water
feet.
do you want it to go?
Not too far above the water.
What does
Not
fog
to
look like
crest
underwater?
ship.
Murky
Murky?
water, Will. Remember when we were moving the rock?
Yeah.
And we couldn't see the rocks anymore?
Yeah. Remember when I was moving the rock? Yeah.
Remember how it is?
Remember when you got 4 people to move the rocks and Will did all the work? Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, first of all, I helped with 10% of the work.
Oh. You put a shovel underneath one of them so I could pick
No,
it up.
no, that
Okay.
wasn't where I was helping. That was when I was no longer helping, but was still there. I wasn't even effectively using aid another.
So I'm gonna let myself fall into the water with the rest of my movement. Now that Feather Fall is done, cancel that basically.
So your fog cloud crests above the water and at probably the highest point, because it's a sphere, so it's it's curved. So its highest point will be about the height of your ship itself, not the mast, of course, but that's actually going to be several feet removed from your ship, so it's not like your crew can't see people climbing aboard. They can actually, it's kind of like it will hit the base of your ship and crest up around and over into somewhat the land that's over there, way down into the water, making this huge 100-foot radius or diameter?
That's in diameter. The radius is what, 60?
Okay, thank
at 3rd
you.
level?
So,
Yeah.
100-foot to 120-foot diameter bit of fog below and above water. Jesus Christ. Okay.
And with my movement, I will take out my potion of water breathing as I'm underwater.
Okay, cool.
Like
So
pull
just
it
go
out of my pouch. I think it takes an action to take a potion, so as a movement, I'll just take it out.
It does, but you're getting ready for it because someone's
Yeah.
going to try to drown you. Cool. Awesome. So,
It's the water. The water is trying to drown her.
is Kieran currently uninjured?
No.
You're injured?
Yeah, I'm injured.
You took it at
Oh,
least
I
one
was
point-
at 46. I took 12 points of damage, so I'm at 30.
Yes.
I gotta get eaten by sharks.
Blood in the fog.
Yeah.
Why did you take 12 points of damage?
I
remember.
got hit by that water-based
whip.
lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, thank
My
God.
frickin',
Sharks
Horror.
blood.
So in case you don't know this, because you're relatively new to tabletops, what's your name? What's his name?
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Just say Will. Say Will, and
Yeah.
50% of the time you're right.
I know.
We will see and will be.
I know. Well, I was just teasing. So
I'm just
you
kidding.
need to find
so
Will
Hagen have
A.
Hagen have ability to they actually live not even symbiotically like in a community with sharks. They can actually speak to sharks with their own
They're shark people.
Yeah, they can actually speak to sharks with their own almost telepathic means of doing so. So when you meet a group of Sahagin, so I've put in kind of on the initiative order, with the exception of the chieftain and the what's it called? Shaman, which is a word I keep forgetting. Every initiative order also has one shark represented as a part of that initiative too, because there's usually one shark per group. The question as to whether it's a reef shark, a giant shark, or a hunter shark is something that you have to, answer for yourself. It's likely not a giant shark because those are extremely rare. But anyways,
We'd also most likely notice a shark of unusual size slightly easier.
Yes, of course, sharks of unusual size.
Sharks in the
SOUSs, right?
I did notice that there's a ton of reefs in this area, right? So.
So anyways, you, Kieran, you're in the water, you're bleeding, all that stuff. You have the potion in your hands. Cool. Thank you for your turn. After that is going to be the chieftain's turn. Now, the chieftain, of course, can't see you because you just fell into the fog itself. So the chieftain can see everybody that's over aboard the ship, but can't see anything else. So let me just make sure I get the spell correctly.
Always a good DM moment of, oh shit, I don't know this spell properly.
So the chieftain all of a sudden starts casting a spell. He just grabs his staff, holds in the sky. The remaining bits of water just collapse into the like run down the side or collapse into the actual ocean below. He raises his staff in the air, and the little bits of moisture that happen to be stuck on the staff, everything that's wet all around him, that water starts to grow and expand, becoming a fog, and then rises up higher and higher and bigger until it makes huge clouds that are actually over the ship itself, and it's actually going to make a whole bunch of like a 60-foot radius storm cloud over the ship. And then as soon as he does that, as soon as that finishes, he's actually going to point at Stalbor, and a crack of lightning is going to drop down towards Stalbor. Could you please make for me a dexterity saving throw?
No, Stalbor's the guy who can take care of all of
I do absorb elements first, but then we'll do a dex save. Look, if Kieran said that we're going there, Stalbor actually prepared himself.
Reasonable, honestly.
So did it 14?
14 is actually not enough for the dexterity save. But you do, of course, absorb elements. You're going to take half damage, and it's not like it's crazy tons of damage anyways. It's not anywhere near as bad as
absorb elements will sort it.
Oop.
Kind of my thinking. That's why I have it. If only I had a belt of cheetah dexterity as well.
You can't have int, strength, dex.
You heard him. I'm trying to become a god. What kind of god has 12 dex?
A slow god, a rock god.
So you take half that. You take 10 points of lightning damage, Ollie.
I mean, I'm a wizard. That's still real bad.
So you take 10 points of lightning damage, Ollie.
Yeah. I did it.
Okay, no, I'm just making sure you heard me. So, so you get hit with that bolt of lightning. You get hit with that bolt of lightning, and that is it for right now. Because when you cast a spell using, oh, I'm so sorry. My apologies.
Then I am charged with.
So sorry. You actually take. Oh, why are you being lame? Stupid lame thing.
Do I also take bludgeoning damage?
No, not at all.
Oh.
You're going to take another, what is that? So actually it was 30 divided by 2 was 15 total. My apologies. Because it would have been 30, not 9 and 21. It was 30. Thank you. All right, my apologies. So continuing on, that was his turn. He does that. And then actually, after he throws that bolt of lightning over at Stalbor, he actually starts to move backwards and away a little bit. So he's clearly within range to maintain concentration on this huge spell that's overhead. But he actually is able to gain full cover from anybody that's just standing on the ship that's over there. Now, Bellum, on the other hand, roll me a perception check, please.
Is it something? Hold on. Well, do I have advantage on it or no?
You do, actually, for your vantage point and so on and so forth. Thank you for asking.
Perception. I don't see it.
No, you do actually. So you actually see where he goes over and hides. He has cover against you because like the crags and whatnot and a bit of a divot that he climbs behind. But
how much cover?
It's honestly just regular cover, not improved cover, and you can easily just beeline it over to be like directly above him. And
so you're saying he has full cover?
No, he has cover.
I ignore all cover, other than full cover. So.
There you go. So you ignore that. He has full cover against the rest of them, especially Kieran.
Sharpshooter.
Dallas, your turn.
And that's the shaman, just to be sure, right?
Correct.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna smack the guy who's in front of me still. Try to, anyways.
Ooh.
Is that a hit?
We're gonna find out right now if it's a 15 or a 16.
It's a hit.
Okay, it's a 15. We know the
First
answers.
one's 11 damage.
All right, you can describe that kill, sir.
After hitting him in the shoulder, with a nice swing downwards, he then twists it around and then smacks him right in the head. taking it off, ideally, as much as possible. Mostly, maybe not the whole head, but like a good chunk of the head comes off with the swing. And then I'm gonna leg it over to Stalbor if I can. Is he within my meager movement of 25 feet?
Absolutely. Yep. The ship's not
Wonderful.
huge.
Great. And then I am going to do a little action surge.
Don't you have 2 attacks at this level, anyways?
Yes,
You
I do.
absolutely do.
Yes,
so you
I
don't
do.
have to action surge yet. You
Oh,
can make your
yes,
other
you're
attack
correct.
first. Yep.
I was going to. You're gonna ruin my plan.
You hit him.
Anyways, I'm gonna hit him.
Yep. Do your damage.
And I'm
Describe
gonna
that one
reroll
too.
that. Okay, well I was gonna reroll that one, but that's fine. I'm just gonna come straight down on top of his head this time, so I push the head into the shoulders. Yeah, as much as possible there.
I had him. Wait, what?
Sorry. And then where is the last? Because there was one
Last
more.
one was on Bell.
Bellum was pretty close to Stalbor because Bellum would definitely back up to being near Stalbor. One of
Within
those, like,
range?
they're friends.
Yeah,
So,
we were with each other when.
so we're talking definitely within range of the rest of your movement. If you want to
Good.
finish getting the way there.
I'm gonna go over to him
Yep.
quickly, and then use
Action surge. Okay.
to hopefully. That one's probably a miss.
Would you like to use an action point?
Ooh.
How many does he have at this level?
No.
Start?
8.
8.
9. 8.
I have 9.
I have 9
Yeah, but
as
you
well.
guys
so-
also gain some from viewers.
No.
No,
So
max 9.
9.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
I have that written down.
yes.
He has 9 action
So
points.
yes.
Roll
So what do
2d6.
roll
Take the higher
d6.
of the
Take
two.
the higher.
2d6 got the lowest.
Ooh, look at you,
Ooh.
you little badass.
You hit.
All right.
Little minx.
Okay, you do 11 points of damage to him. Would you like to
Okay.
attack him with your second attack?
I am indeed going to attack him with my second attack,
That's definitely a hit.
and I'm going to re-roll that one if I need to. But
Yep, go ahead. It's literally 1 health point difference. And you got it!
and that one's going to be taking out the
All
leg.
3 bad guys died with exactly 22 points of damage. Just want to be clear about that. I
Yep.
thought that
He's
was
a
hilarious.
precise. Look,
We're
he's a
efficient. We're
practiced-
very efficient.
He's a practiced soldier, and he knows where to swing.
Oh, that's awesome.
I
And
know
so,
where to swing too, but that's a different discussion altogether.
Which clubs do you go to, Ollie?
the fun
Put your,
ones.
put your keys in the fishbowl.
So how you in?
So you just killed one in front of you, ran over, killed one in front of him, and then ran over, killed the third one all in one round. Absolutely amazing, cleaning up the ship. Kieran might even be impressed by that if she gave a fuck or was paying attention.
Or if she could see from underneath the water.
Oh
And
well.
Cloud.
I mean, if she, I was assuming
can
she was,
see.
I was assuming
Through
she
the clouds,
was standing
but-
on the eagle's nest looking down. She wouldn't give a fuck or pay attention.
Right.
So it's actually going to
Likes
be
murder and violence.
the chieftain's turn.
Maybe.
Oh, does he show himself?
He does not. However, unfortunately, I have to attack with disadvantage.
Kieran's getting attacked.
What is it? Okay, cool.
I'm cool with
Multi-attack.
fighting sharks. That's new.
This
Different.
is the chieftain.
Oh, Chieftain's boring. He has a disadvantage.
I mean, he is a shark.
Shark
Shark was
man.
Yeah.
Ugh, attacking with disadvantage sucks. I hate it. Can I just not do that? Can we just make that a decision instead?
This Baron has the mark of the storm. It's super strange, but he can see through the cloud.
So all of a sudden, Kieran, you just like last second, you feel like a change in like the water. You can actually feel like the current shift because how in tune with it you are. Beneath you, you can look down and just barely see the nose of a shark as it's heading towards you. And you can use like a bit of magic to like whoosh yourself back and out of the way. As all of a sudden, like a 15-foot shark jumps up, trying to bite you, and then flops into
There he
the
is.
water and onto its side. So you can easily identify that being a sea captain for ages as a hunter shark. Just jumped. Hunter sharks are a creature that do travel with Sahagin, but usually only travel with the more powerful ones. So clearly, this is going to be the one that's in tune with the chieftain.
Gotcha.
You do know that while the chieftain probably has a shark, the shaman probably has a couple. and then definitely the other Sahagin would group up to have a shark together.
Mm-hmm.
That is the first shark that comes up. The chieftain himself, however, does not reveal himself this round. After that is going to be a group of Sahagin. These were some of the ones that were already starting to climb aboard the ship. They finish climbing aboard the ship and start swarming over towards where, what's his name? Stalbor and Stalnus are, as well as attacking some of the crew. I'm going to make 2 attacks against each of you gents really quickly.
I'm actually going to cast Shield because I'm pretty low health.
Cool.
Pretty much no matter what. To make my AC 20.
And then after this attack, I think we'll actually take a break because it's about that time.
I was going to protest my turn to take a break if
Oh, that's funny.
entirely honest.
So,
No way
anyways,
to get anything done nowadays.
so the first 2 attacks, again, we're going to be at Dallas. So the first 2 attacks are at Dallas. The first one is a swing at you. You had just finished crunching this last one and are able to step back like a half step and then thrust up with the head of your hammer to catch the spear almost head on and stop it, putting cracks up the haft of the spear itself. The second attack, however, that comes at you ends up clipping you in your leg from the side for 7 points of damage, barely making its way through your clothing, only doing like a shallow scratch. The third one actually comes rushing at Ollie and does a very true attack at Ollie. Ollie, as you had said, throws up shield, which increases your AC by 5, increasing it to
20.
Funny enough, I rolled a natural 20 on this attack. So even though you get your shield up, you throw up the shield in an angle that definitely stops the attack of the second one. But the first one sees it. Maybe it doesn't understand the magic, but definitely sees the motion and kind of steps aside. Cuts through, hits you for critical hit damage is 14 points of damage.
Fuck yeah!
Stalbor's getting
Oh, are you still up?
hurt.
Yeah! I have a fucking plan.
The last attack missed horribly. Oh no! No, he has a plan. He's gonna. Oh no, I should have.
I like this plan. Whatever it is, it's got to be bad and amazing because Ollie is so close into the monitor right now.
That's true. That's true. It's the old Neil tactic.
Yeah.
I want to...
All right. So we'll see everybody in just a couple of minutes. Go be pee poo, do what you do. We'll be right back.